News Talk 96.5 KPEL, and we continue to cover what we're anticipating to be some pretty catastrophic flooding as the Morganza spillway is open for only the third time in history. That will really give some relief to what has been pretty crazy flood conditions along the Mississippi. This spillway, of course, in place to protect big cities like Baton Rouge, like New Orleans, that are further downriver. And Tony Credeur joins us here, part of the Catholic Charities disaster response team. And I could imagine you guys are getting a ton of information right now. There will be a lot of people who are going to need your help. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what have you heard at these meetings?
Okay, the meetings I went to so far have been in Morganza and in Butler Rose, and basically they're saying that they're not expecting this to be as bad as what it was in 2011 because of the way they're managing the Morganza gates and that this go around here. That's with all the data and the program stuff that they have in place right now, but they're still anticipating some more rain up in the Arkansas Valley area, which they're trying to take this into consideration in these statistics that they're giving now. So they're just trying to prepare everyone to understand that right now the Morganza will be opening to relieve pressure, not to let the water build up behind it, to let the water flow through easier. And hopefully that would cut down on some of the tremendous disaster effects that it could have. And they do not want it to get to where it looks like it's going to top the Morganza because then they lose total control of it.
Well, and that's what we've seen, some of the images from back in 2011 where the water is literally gushing out because it is pushing up so hard up against the spillway. All right, from the Catholic Charity side, are you guys looking for people to help out in these efforts?
We probably will be, but it's too early to say now what type of people we will need, what type of volunteers, what training they would need. But we are asking people if they would be interested in helping if something would happen along the Chafalaya area to go to our webpage at CatholicCharitiesofAcadiana.org and go to programs and go to Catholic Charities Disaster Team and fill out an application there.
You know, it's even if it is just minor, we know there are some areas, especially Lower St. Martin Parish and parts of St. Mary Parish, that already have flooding right now before this is open. So one can assume it's going to at least get worse than it is right now for those folks down there, even if it isn't 2011 levels, because, you know, it was a big part of St. Landry Parish and even kind of Point Coupee Parish there as well, saw a lot of flooding back in 2011. So we'll just have to see. You guys are in touch, though, with officials as this is happening because this is a big team effort.
Yes, we stay in contact with all the local Homeland Security, with GOSEP, the Governor's Office of Homeland Security in Baton Rouge, and also some of our partners with FEMA and some of the other agencies that we will be working with in responding to this. Periodically, there'll probably be needs for sandbagging and that stuff to go on as they see what rise is taking place where, and that information would be fed to the media to try to help recruit these volunteers to come. In some areas, they have machines that do the filling. All you have to do is hold the bag. In other areas, it may be actually people using shovels. And right now, it's a matter of look and wait. Is where we're at.
And that's so frustrating, I'm sure, for people that are within those areas, waiting.
Well, Bernie, as you know, I've been around quite a while. I've seen this go up and down quite a few times along the Lower St. Martin Parish and that. And that's, it's always a need. The thing, too, is that we have to watch for what we call backwater flooding for in case we have any rains here. Now we're not going to have the normal drainage, that little drainage we had before. The normal flow will not be taking place.
Because that was something that came up yesterday in talking to the Army Corps of Engineers. We are in two different situations where in 2011 the area was in a drought, and so the ground could absorb more. Now we're talking about a ground that is saturated. You know,
one of the statistics the Corps gave out yesterday. This has been the wettest winter we've had in 124 years, I think.
Wow.
So, throughout the entire, and most people also don't maybe realize that the water coming down the Mississippi and Chafalaya That's 41% of the water in the continental United States
All
that is
drains.
flowing
I know.
right down our little alley.
Yeah. All right. Well,
It's an amazing amount of water that's got to go.
absolutely, and strong. Tony, be in touch with us. Let us know how people can get involved, and that we'll be happy to spread the word, because we know it's going to need to be all hands on deck if the worst happens. Thanks for coming in, Tony Credeur.
Thank you.
From Catholic Charities Disaster Response Team. Appreciate your time this morning.